Hey, I'm Chris.
And I'm Kara.
Kara, what do we have today?
We have Peerless Bourbon, double oaked.
Oh, that kind of be like, Peerless double bourbon, and you're like, double oaked. I liked it though.
I'm sorry. Double oaked!
There you go.
Enthusiasm!
Yeah.
I'm excited. This comes in at 108.8, 53.40%. Non-chill filter,
That's a lot of words.
barrel proof.
Mm.
I got one more for you.
Oh, yeah.
Strictly sweet mash.
Okay.
That's 3 words, but
No, I've seen Peerless before. We just haven't gotten them.
pull the trigger.
No, we should have gotten those little 200 milliliters just to try it, because they're on the pricey side.
Yeah.
And for the age, but I really dig in this bottle. It looks like, I never really noticed it until I was holding them.
Yeah.
It looks like a barrel.
Sure does.
That's genius. However, being a consumer, I didn't notice it right off the bat.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Fair
Either
enough.
I'm slow.
It has rivets.
I'm slow.
It's fair.
I'm not even go to the second option. I'm just slow.
I'm intrigued.
That's cool.
I've heard good things about Peerless.
Yes. There's been a couple of picks, and I kind of, I should have.
There was this one pick.
Yeah.
Well, it's okay. We'll let that one go. That I wanted real bad.
Yeah,
It's
we won't
fine.
talk about it.
It's fine.
The bourbon we shall not name.
Ooh.
Okay, so what they had for double oak before, it used to be a distiller release only. They normally used to do for the double oak, right? At the distillery, they would have what they have, the leaky barrels.
Sure.
So they would rebarrel. And then they would sell them only at the distillery, like it's a single barrel, kind of like special release, I guess.
Uh-huh.
And I think it's the master distiller, kind of, I guess, did a batch, and they purposely rebarreled them.
Oh.
Not that they were leaky so much.
Because they got such
Yes.
great results from the first time?
Yes. And
That's a good
these are rumored to be between 5 and 6 years, so we really don't know. That's just a guess.
That's
when
cool.
It's a rumor.
So both barrels
Yeah.
are new oak, is what this implies. Bourbon whiskey,
Well, that's
twice barreled in new oak. It sounds like they used
That's dark,
new oak.
though.
They use new oak for both of them. Because I
That's
know
dark.
a lot of times, not all of the time, but a lot of the times the second barrel is not a new barrel.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm kind of, I was excited when I saw this, and it's only in a couple of states.
smell that.
I know it's on the higher, pricier point than someone, because Woodford Reserve has a double oak, right?
Sure.
And then Old Forester has a 1910. And there's some other double oak, but they're like special one-off releases.
Starlight has a double oak.
Yes, and that's fantastic as well. But this is on the higher of that spectrum.
Pricier side?
Yes, this is $79.99 is what we got it for.
Okay.
And I know a lot of other places are much higher. So I
think I saw it for $150.
yeah, and I really don't know why it was that so cheap. I'll take it all day long.
Should we try it?
We should.
Tell me what that is. Do you get a slight barbecue note? Like
Okay.
coal, like
There's a lot of sweetness, but no, I'm not saying a lot, but there is something that reminds me of that. It kind of smells like old journal,
old books. Hold on.
like a leather-bound journal.
Okay, maybe.
That's what popped in my head. Usually when I think of like leather, I'm thinking of like a belt, or like shoes or a purse that you get that distinct smell from.
Yeah.
But sometimes a old leather journal popped in my head.
I get an old campfire, an old fireplace. I don't know why.
Okay, this smells
Sweet, but
yeah, but hot. And it's only 108.8.
yeah. Tell me more about this leather journal. Why do you? That's an interesting specific note. But that's what you get.
I don't know why.
So-
I don't smell paper.
I get. This is opening up more. It's changing slightly. So now I'm getting almost a root vegetable, like a vegetal note, like
Root vegetable?
yeah, like carrot.
I'm not getting carrot.
There's something there that reminds me of earthiness. Is that-
Tobacco leaves?
Oh, tobacco? Could
Tobacco
be
leaves a little bit.
earthy, maybe.
Because it's dark. Almost.
Yeah, it could be tobacco leaf.
Yeah.
But- and there's a
not like in a
tinge of-
cigar, but just raw.
Yeah, is there a tinge of vanilla
Trying.
right in the end?
There's a sweetness to it, but
I can't wait to try it. Can we drink it now?
yes,
Oh,
I
yay.
would love to. I'm so tired of sniffing. Oh. Oh, this reminds me of something. What does does this remind me of? Oh.
That's very okay. The sweetness is right up front,
Mm-hmm.
and then it goes full flavor herbaceous or dry foliage, like almost autumn.
It's
without the
tobacco.
Yeah.
It's straight up tobacco with a little bit of that some little rising to it.
Oh, rising.
Yeah, not rising like
getting
moon
on.
Or, no.
Right. Rye.
Zing, zing, zing.
Got it.
That's what came out.
I get a little bit of
What's
earthiness.
that end?
Okay,
What is that?
I don't want to ruin it for you,
Oh.
but for me,
Hmm.
it goes earthy like carrot.
I don't care.
Like, I don't know if you guys like anything that grows in the ground besides potato, like beets.
cereal.
What?
Cornflake cereal.
Is that what you're getting?
Yeah.
Okay, because I know she's not answering my question. Cornflakes
Sorry.
don't grow in the
You
ground.
know, like when just something that you totally forgot what you were trying to like say, and then like in the middle of the night you wake up, shoot up, and just like blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
That's just what happened. I'm so sorry.
Mm. Where is it?
On the very end palate. That's what's in my mouth right now. Is a little bit of tobacco and specifically cornflakes.
That's interesting.
No, corn checks. I said flakes.
Oh.
Corn checks. Because I've been eating that recently, and I'm like, that's what that is. It's corn checks. Like on the burnt side.
I could get that. I can get behind that. At first I thought it was like herbal.
Well,
I thought earthy vegetable like carrot or beet has a earthy quality.
It's like an overcooked corn checks.
I still get a lot of tobacco, huh?
Yeah, still there though.
I just got burnt chocolate or burnt something.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of dark cacao to it, a little bit.
Something burnt, right? Like a tin.
That's what I'm getting, like the like a burnt corn checks.
I understand. That's
Yeah, right?
It's fascinating.
Corn checks had to do something for my palate. It's about time.
That is
Right?
a ride.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm used to bourbons taking us on this crazy sugar
No.
rush journey, right? If you guys know what I'm talking about, this is more savory. This is more tobacco
Very savory.
earthiness. I'm digging this. This
I
is
like this.
Crazy.
I like this a lot.
Ooh.
And it actually, to me, it doesn't drink like it's over 108.8. It's got the kick to it that lets you know that it's got some spice to it. This is not by any means on the sweet spectrum of like a traditional what double oaks are out there by
Right.
Woodford Reserve is
Right.
not.
No extra marshmallow.
No,
nothing like
and
that.
and Old Forester 1910, and even the Starlight, that was different. This is more of a dark savory.
This is super savory.
This is. It's got tobacco for days for me.
I'm
Like
still
it's
getting
so.
that earthy, rooty vegetable. I'm still getting it.
I don't get that.
It keeps
I don't
coming
know
back.
why.
It keeps coming back.
That's
in
a
the-
good thing
Yeah.
that I don't get it, because I would be like, I'm out. Nope, can't do it. Nothing worse than a dirty carrot.
Well,
That's what I was saying. I like it.
I'm intrigued.
I
This
was-
goes in. We need to create a separate shelf,
Okay.
and on that shelf it should be unique and or mood pours, so that it's completely out of the box, crazy, delicious.
This is
but
on a nice cold night for some reason. I don't know why. There's something about it.
I would
that
take
is
this
warming.
outside to the beach at night when it's nice and chilly, or maybe a walk
Yeah,
disguised as a coffee, if you know what I mean.
absolutely.
This is I dig
like
it.
I like it. It's
This actually is also, I would say, maybe a camping bourbon for
oh for sure. This is
Do
straight up
people
camping.
camp in the winter?
Maybe
How about the fall? Let's camp in the fall so we don't
California fall. And
California
maybe
fall,
California winter.
so you don't
There you
lose
go.
your toes.
Yeah, because I was
Yeah.
like, I don't know. I'm already a little camping. You have to have like proper showers and toilets. I'm cool with a tent and all that stuff, but I just need
Because
somewhere to go.
Yeah, but because of the nose, I think
Yeah.
I'd want to drink this around a fireplace
Oh, for sure. This would be
or
perfect. for
or a
fireplace.
campfire.
Yeah.
I'll settle for anything burning. Does that work?
Yeah. I actually could see this going very well with a pipe or a cigar.
I don't smoke cigars, but I think
No,
that
but
could be fun.
it's along
Yeah.
that palette that you can get it depending on the type of cigar, obviously.
maybe one of those, I don't know, Alec Bradley. How about...
This is good. But because this is so different, that I
say this is a try.
go for me.
I think this is definitely a try for people. I don't know.
I don't think a lot of people are going to embrace it as much as maybe we have. I feel like I've embraced it more than you did.
You don't get the soil note.
No.
I find it intriguing though, but depending on what type of bourbon drinker you are, like if you like things that are outside the norm every once in a while, this is fun. And there's nothing in there that makes me repulsed. Does that help? That soil note, that carrot note.
Apparently, you like eating dirt. It's good.
Let me go check.
I think a lot of people that are used to the double oak are probably thinking that it's much sweeter than it is, and it's not. But it's more of a savory sweetness with a like dark riches, like how you said, like a not meaty, but almost. like a tobacco, a leather. There's something in it though that sweetness that I can't just pull out what it is yet. It's not a caramel.
It's sweet
burnt sugar and burnt corn chips.
Godly, I think I'm gonna go again. This is super. So that sip, I didn't get the soil vegetable.
Good.
I didn't.
Good.
So it comes and goes. It's one of those things. But
there is something on the very front. Now I don't know how craft distilleries have a distinct note. If that was that or if it's something else.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like right in the very front.
Yep.
Because we've never had Peerless before. Because we always thought it was already at a high price point for what it was. No, I'm not against it. I would love to try it. And like I said, we should have probably gotten a 200 milliliter.
I keep on staring at this bottle like it's going to give me more answers than it is, but there's not much to tell.
There's not that many words.
Do they have any weird stories?
No.
Nope.
You know why? Because they don't need to.
They don't need to. It's actually
pretty They don't need any gimmicks. They're like, hey, this is what we got. We've got a pretty cool looking bottle.
It's kind of nice. This one has a wooden cork. I hear the other ones are like that plasticky fake metal looking. This is wood. Hold on, let me see. Oh, that's tight. Oh,
that was good.
Lord. That's a synthetic cork. That was tight.
There's no other bottle that'll fit that.
That's tight.
It's a biggie.
Oof. Synthetic corks can be tricky buggers.
I like this. This feels like this is appropriately like in a special release.
This is definitely a special release bourbon because it's completely outside of the normal.
I feel comfortable because at first when I saw the price, I was like, oh, that's a steal because of what other places have it at. And then I was like, wait a minute, there's other double oaks that are like half that price.
Yeah, so...
Even for half the price.
So...
This you can't compare to those at all. This is a completely different animal right here. But it's an amazing animal.
I think this is definitely worth the experience. I know I'm having a slightly different experience than you are.
Yeah.
But I think it's worth a pickup or worth a try.
Yes.
And because it's not your everyday bourbon, it's so different.
It is.
You know what I mean? It's almost... Do you remember that Balcones barrel strength rye that we had that was so mind-blowingly different that we're like...
I was literally scared to try that because it was Balcones.
It tasted like sweet coffee, right?
It did. It's a coffee.
It's in that realm. Like, where it's, like, so different and phenomenal, you have to try it because it's so different.
Yeah. And I could see a lot of people, because of what they're trying to expect, like a marshmallow, a toasty, it's not it at all.
This is fantastic.
It's on the opposite spectrum for me.
Definitely different echelon.
But very welcoming.
Oh, I love it.
I love it. And I would buy another bottle. I would.
I would too. So, have you guys ever had Peerless bourbon, and maybe a possible store pick or a special release? Give us comments below. Let us know what your thoughts about Peerless are. I forgot to mention, this is a sweet mash, very much like Wilderness Trail is a sweet mash. Give us some tasting notes. Let us know what your impressions are of Peerless bourbon. And while you're down there, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel if you like what we're doing, and turn on those notifications so you can join us in our next video. I don't know about you, but
I fancy this whiskey.
I fancy this whiskey too. Cheers.